Tonight at 6 this weekend will mark 1 year since the deadly Christmas blizzard pushed Western New York emergency responders to the limits, with drivers stranded in their vehicles and many more stuck inside their homes without any power.
A year later, state and county leaders are still figuring out better ways to communicate before, during, and after a storm, and that includes a so-called blizzard rating system.
The goal of the research behind this system is to better communicate the impact of severe weather.
So, how does it work? 2 on Your Side's Nate Benson traveled to Albany for an exclusive look in this 2 on Your Side original.
The monitors, software, data, and people inside this state-of-the-art facility may prove the difference between life and death when the next storm barrels down on Western New York.
So the best thing you can do is stay inside.
This could be a life-threatening storm.
Don't even chance it. Don't become a statistic.
That was how local leaders prepared us last year for the Christmas blizzard, which tragically claimed 47 lives. In the year since, there have been reports from different government agencies critical of the emergency response to the blizzard. A big problem, they pointed out, was that state and local leaders needed to better communicate the severity of the storm to the people in its path. Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz proposed creating a blizzard rating system similar to the National Weather Service's hurricane forecast.
There's been this idea that it's going to be a blizzard rating scale or blizzard. I don't think that that's actually what's going to come out of it.
Dr. Jeanette Sutton is an associate professor at the College of Emergency Preparedness, Homeland Security, and Cybersecurity at the University at Albany. She and her research team are, you might say, in the eye of the storm. Erie County hired them to create the blizzard scale.
We're really interested in looking at the language that was used to communicate the severity of the storm and the impacts on people and the actions people were being asked to take.
That includes cataloging posts on social media from state and local officials, transcripts of press conferences, and official National Weather Service bulletins.
We're doing something that draws from national advice, federal agency work that's been going on for years, which will then have broader impacts beyond the local county.
The team will also use data from New York's Mesonet.
The New York State Mesonet is a network of 126 weather stations spread across New York State.
If you're a meteorologist, you can use this data really easily, and if you're not a meteorologist, you might look at it and say, wow, that's really complicated. What do we do with that?
The big disconnect, according to Nick Basil, Director of Research and Development at the Mesonet, is translating what he calls weather nerd speak to clear, impactful messaging to the public.
They were tweeting out things like, this might break all-time sea level pressure records. That doesn't mean anything to anyone else who isn't someone like me.
The forecast ahead of the blizzard was consistent for several days.
We knew that it was going to be windy. We knew that it was going to be snowy. We knew that it was going to be cold.
But Basil says the impact of those conditions was poorly communicated.
What we didn't fully realize is that if the roads are unplowable and people get stranded and then the power lines go down, we can't fix those power lines.
And that's one reason why Erie County is spending $350,000 so they can better translate forecasting data into simple, clear messaging.
If I've learned one thing from the storm, it's that when you have multiple hazards, you need to communicate how those hazards impact your ability to respond to the other one.
Now, the research being done at the University at Albany began on October 1st, and it will take 18 months to finish, and then it will be delivered to Erie County. On Your Side in Albany, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.